Hey everybody, Manga Chris here, and lighting might be a little bit different. It's really nice out today, so I figured I'd let in a little bit of natural light, because I usually film at night, but I have the time this morning to film, so I'm filming in the morning. But today we're going to do my very much late, I think at least by a couple months, 2-year into collecting manga video. So this is going to be a collection video basically of what I've collected over the last 2 years. Minus, of course, the stuff that I've gotten rid of. So I'm just going to start with the shelf behind me, and yeah, let's get into it. So this is the first shelf we're going to look at. This is the newest shelf I've got. Up on it, we've got some figures and some models that I've built or got. We've got this really cool, like, samurai-themed Halo poster. I really like it. I really like the pink aesthetic. And on top of the shelf, we have the Full Metal Alchemist art book, hardcover art book. It's up here because it doesn't fit on the shelf. So going to the first shelf, we've got right behind here, we've got No Game No Life, the light novels, volumes 1 and 2. The reason they're up here is they make really good spacers, and they were the first books that I ever collected. These were the first 2 books in my collection ever, so that's why they're up here first. And then we've got volumes 1 through 16 of Full Metal Alchemist in the Full Metal hardcover editions. This is up to date. Volume 17 comes out later this month. Then we've got up to date of Black Lagoon, one of my favorite series of anime and manga ever. We've got 1 through 11 up to date. Volume 12 is coming out in August. I'm very, very, very excited. Moving over, we've got Way the House Husband 1 through 7 up to date. Really, really like this series too. And then we've got next to it, we've got Wotakoi 1 through 5, technically 1 through 10. Last volume comes out this month as well. Very, very excited for that. Really, really like this. It's a really good rom-com. So moving to the next shelf. Right here, we've got volumes 1 and 2 of Wave Listen to Me. I have yet to read this, but it comes very highly recommended. And then next to it, we've got volumes 1 and 2 of Tokyo Tarareba. I still can't pronounce it. Volume 1 and 2 of that. I think that one is completed. I think it's got 9 volumes. But I'm excited to read that one too. I have yet to start it though. Then we've got 1 through 7 of My Senpai is Annoying. Up to date. I really, really like this series. Very, very highly recommend it. You guys check it out. It's really, really good. Then we've got 1 through 5 of Witch's Printing Office. This is a really, really cool series. I really, really like the art. This is a cover for volume 1. Really, really like this series. The art is very, very good. It's an isekai, but yeah, I really, really like this series. Then, right next to it, we've got volumes 1 through 3 of Anale and Dualia. That is completed. Only 3 volumes of that. Have yet to check it out, but it comes highly recommended, so looking forward to reading it. Next to it, we've got The Great Jaya Will Not Be Defeated, volumes 1 and 2, up to date. Volume 2 took freaking forever to come out. Don't know why. It took really, really long. Here's the cover for volume 1. Really, really funny. I like it. Here's the back cover. Really, really funny. But yeah. Then right next to it, we've got Emma Dreams of Stars. This is a French manga. It's only 1 volume. It's about food, and the main character here is a Michelin star inspector. So she goes around to Michelin star restaurants and see if they could still be Michelin star restaurants by tasting their food. Moving on to the second to last shelf here, we've got 1 through 7 of Spy Family up to date. Have yet to check out volume 7. But I'm looking forward to checking it out. The animes come out. Have yet to start it, but I think I might once I read volume 7. Come on, focus. And then we've got volumes 1 through 3 of Free Ren, Beyond Journey's End. Really, really like the series. Wasn't sure really what to expect when I got the first volume, but I really enjoyed it. I really like the setting and sort of the way the story's going. Then we've got volumes 1 and 2 of Call of the Night. I'm really excited to get into this series. This is by one of my favorite mangakas. They also did Daigashi Kashi, which is a very, very cool anime about snacks. Then we've got Kaiji number 8, volumes 1 and 2, up to date. Haven't checked out volume 2 yet, but it's on the list. Then we've got Sakamoto Days Volume 1. It's the only volume out right now. I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to Volume 2. Next to it, we've got Deadpool Samurai Volume 1. I'm not too sure on this series. I read it and it was like fine, but I'm gonna have to wait to see Volume 2 if there is going to be a Volume 2. This is on my maybe list of dropping, but I mean it was fine. And on the most bottom shelf, we've got volumes 1 through 18 of Komi Can't Communicate up to date. I have them stacked like this so they can save room. And then right next to it, we've got volumes 1 all the way through 23 of One Punch Man up to date. I've got the special Loot Crate exclusive volume 1 with a really cool cover on it. Very excited when I got that in the collection. It looks really, really cool. But I have both these series stacked like this to save room because they're both very long. And if I didn't, I would need another bookcase. And I don't have room for another bookcase. So they're in here to save room. These are my 2 longest running series. And I'm excited for volume 24 of One Punch Man to come out. I think it comes out in November. And this is the second shelf. This is right next to my desk where I work on my homework and my writing stuff. I'm in my little swivel chair right now. Whee! But anyway, on top of the shelf, I've got a couple more models and just some cool stuff. I've got my one figure. I plan on getting more, but this is the only one I have right now. And some plushies and a really cool mug. Right next to the shelf, I've got my Switch games and my anime collection, which is going to get bigger. And I've got this really cool little clock thing that is a Zelda Game & Watch. But getting to the manga, we've got volumes 1 through 10 of Don't Toy Me Miss Nagatoro. That's up to date. Volume 11 is supposed to come out May 31st, but I'm not sure if it actually will, because this series tends to get pushed back quite often. Next to it, we've got 1 through 10 of Nichijou, My Ordinary Life, completed. I really want to get the anime for this too. I really enjoyed this series, and I recommend it. It's a very, very funny, just normal slice of life. Very odd. But yeah, very, very funny. Highly recommend it. Next to it, we've got one of my favorites, one of my favorite all-time manga in my collection. That is Genshiken, complete set. It does also come in omnibuses, but Genshiken is one of my favorites. It is the first manga I got used, and I mainly got it just sort of as an experiment, just to see what it was like getting used manga. And I didn't really quite know what to expect going into the series. I was just sort of, like I said, I got it as sort of an experiment, and I read the first few volumes that I got, and I was like, damn, this is really freaking good. I really enjoyed this series. I've got the second part of it, Genjiken second season, also completed, volumes 1 through 12, and I'm about, I think I'm at volume 5. It's been a while since I picked this series up, just because I've been busy, but I think I'm at volume 5. But yeah, very good series. I highly recommend it. If you can get the singles, I recommend getting the singles just because the covers are really cool. But you know, the omnibuses are available. But yeah, that's the both parts fully complete of Genshiken. And next to it, we've got the my Cowboy Bebop stuff. So we've got volumes 1 through 3 of the Cowboy Bebop manga from Tokyo Pop completed. We've also got the little side story that came out when the live action came out. Have yet to read any of this, but I'm gonna get to it. Cowboy Bebop is one of my favorite series of all time, and I look forward to reading these. On the next shelf, the shelf under it's empty. I kind of use this for school stuff since it's right next to my desk, but since school is almost over, or at least by the time this video goes out, it will be over, it is empty. But right here, we've got my Ghost in the Shell stuff. I've got the deluxe box set from Kodansha, volumes 1, 2, and 3. And then I've got a pretty freaking awesome, I've got a first edition printing of the Ghost in the Shell omnibus from Dark Horse. Very lucky I found this. It's first edition. It's on the front, but I don't have another hand to flip through it, but this is really cool. Really glad to have it in the collection. Next to it, we've got volumes 1 and 2 of Gundam: The Origin. I'm currently in the middle of reading volume 2 here, but I really like it. The main character, at least at this point in the story, is a bit of a dingus. I don't necessarily like him that much, but the art's really, really cool, and the story's pretty cool. Next to it, we've got Yotsuba, volumes 1 through 5. This goes all the way up to volume 15, so I'm about a third of the way there. I really, really like Yotsuba. It's one of my favorite series I'm picking up right now. I don't know when volume 16 is coming out. I hope there's a volume 16, but I've got 1 through 5 here. I've read 5, now I just got to pick up the rest of it. Next to it, we've got the maid I hired recently is Mysterious. This is the same mangaka as The Great Jaya. I really like their art style. It's very, I think it's really cute. This is a nice, really, really short series. You can tell the volumes are really skinny. I'm looking forward to volume 3. I really like just the sort of laid-back story of it. Next to it, we've got a one-shot, Seizon and Comic Girl. This is a really, really cool, like, sci-fi space opera-y, and it's in full color, which is a plus. Let me just get to some pages. See? Yeah, full color. Really, really cool. I really enjoyed reading this. It was a very nice evening read, and yeah, I highly recommend it. Seizon and Comic Girl from Seven Seas. And right next to Seizon and Comic Girl, I've got volumes 1 through 4 of Defeating Dungeons with a Skill Board. This is a sort of like a RPG style manga. It's one of the only ones I've continued reading. I've read quite a few, but this is the only one I've really stuck with, besides one of the other ones you'll see on this shelf. I really like it. The art style is cool. The sort of the concept is pretty cool. And yeah, I just like it. Next to it, we've got Atomi-chan is Shy with Strangers. This series is I was surprised by this series. When I heard of it, I was like, oh, that's sort of just like a Komi Can't Communicate clone. And I read it, I was like, oh, this is actually different, and it's good. So I've got volumes 1 through 3 here. That's up to date. Volume 4 comes out this month. Next to it, we've got Otaku Elf, volumes 1 through 3. That is up to date. I believe volume 4 comes out in June. This is another series I'm sort of on the fence with keeping. I'm going to give it one more volume, and if volume 4 doesn't really stick with me, I'm probably going to get rid of it. It's not to say it's bad, it's just I'm trying to slim down my collection a little bit, and I'm looking to get rid of some series that, you know, they don't really offer that much satisfaction when I read it. Like, I'm not foaming at the mouth to read volume 4 of Otaku Elf. I mean, I'll read it, and it's good, and I think it's really good. I do enjoy it, but again, it's not really like wowing me. Next to it, we've got volumes 1 and 2 of Mars Red up to date. Mars Red, I watched the anime first. I believe this is based off of a mobile game. The anime is really, really freaking good, man. You guys should check it out. If you like vampires, I recommend checking it out. It's vampires after World War I in Tokyo. It's like 3 things all wrapped into one that I all really like. But yeah, I recommend you guys check this one out. It's really, really good. The anime especially, you can watch the anime. Or play the game. I haven't played the game yet. I do want to check it out, but Mars Red, Volume 1 and 2. And right next to it, I've got Volume 1 of Succubus and Hitman, and Volume 1 of The Great Pretender, the manga adaptation of the anime Great Pretender. Succubus and Hitman. I was really not expecting too much from this series, at least by the title. But it really, the story is very, very compelling. It's like a revenge story, and I'm looking forward to Volume 2. I really, this one surprised me. And then last on this shelf, we've got volumes 1 through 4 of The Unwanted Undead Adventure. This is another sort of JRPG style manga, but it's not like set on, it's set in a fantasy world. It's not like set on Earth, but what happens with the main character is, as the title says, he becomes undead, and the story is basically, at least so far, him trying to get back into a normal body and not being stuck in like a zombie body. But yeah, 1 through 4. I do really enjoy this. This series does also tend to get pushed back quite often. It's from J Novel Club. But yeah, that is it for this shelf. So this isn't a bookshelf. It's my closet. I've got clothes in here. But these are up here because, A, these cubes are perfect for putting manga in, and they're up here because they're saving room on the other shelves. And the reason these are up here is the series up here are either completed or close to being completed, and there's sort of saving room. But in this first cube, and I do have these double stacked, so in this first cube we've got 1 through 7 of the Twilight Princess manga. I'm behind. I'm 3 volumes behind on this, but I do enjoy it. It is Zelda. I really like Zelda. Next to it, we've got volumes 1 through 9 of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, which is the manga adaptation of the anime. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds was the first Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched, so it has quite a bit of nostalgia value for me, and I'm glad to have the manga. From what I've read, this is sort of just like a spin-off of the main show. It's not like a retelling of the show. Next, we've got Rosehip Zero, which is a prequel to a series Rosehip Rose, which I will probably never get because Volume 3, or is it Volume 2? Volume 2 is like impossible to find of the original series. It's only 4 volumes, and like 1, 3, and 4 are all like pretty easy to find, but Volume 2, it's like impossible to find. Absolutely impossible. So I probably will never read the original series, but this is a prequel to it, so I'm pretty sure it won't matter too much. Next to it, we've got Read or Die, volumes 1 through 4, completed. This is another older series. Haven't checked it out yet, but I'm very interested because the main character can like manipulate paper and stuff. So yeah. So in the back of the cube, and the reason I've got paper towels down here is because this paint is very sticky on paper. So I'd rather have the paint stick to the paper towels than the pages of the manga. But this back cube, we've got Dracula, the Manga Classics adaptation, which I read, and it was quite good. We've got All You Need Is Kill, which is a one-shot. For any of you interested, the movie Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise is like loosely based off of this manga. So that's a pretty cool fun fact. We've got Dieware Gelder Volume 1. This is back here to save room, because these are thick volumes. It's not completed. I know that, but I will get Volume 2 soon. Volume 1 was quite interesting in many aspects. Then we've got another one-shot, The Girl I Want Is So Handsome. That is a Yuri one-shot. Pretty cute. I enjoyed it. It does have a little bit of rereadability value, but I might be dropping it because, it's a one-shot. Next, we've got Simple Goals, which is a comic from an artist that I really like. They're on Instagram. Their handle is Omar Dogon, which is you guys should check them out. Their art's really cool, and this is a comic that they do. Next, we've got 2 light novels. What? Light novels? Yes, I do have light novels. So we've got volumes 1 and 2 of The Alchemist Who Survived and Dreams of a Quiet City Life. This is a series that I really need to get back to. It's completed. There's 7 volumes, but I haven't gotten back to it yet. Next, we've got 1, 2, and 3 of Restaurant to Another World. This is another series I might get rid of. The art is really good, though. That's like the one thing that's preventing me from getting rid of it, as I really like the art. There is the anime that has 2 seasons, but this is another series I might be getting rid of. Next, we've got the first manga that I actually ever collected. That is The Record of Grand Crest War, volumes 1 through 7, fully completed. It only covers half of the plot. The rest is told in the anime, which covers the whole plot. Anime is on Netflix. It's very good. I highly recommend it. But yeah, this is the first manga that I ever collected. Then right next to it, in the very corner, we've got the manga version of The Alchemist Who Survived and Dreams of a Quiet City Life. There's only 2 volumes because Yen Press decided to cancel the series, even though the art is phenomenal. I'm pretty sure you can still find the volumes. I recommend the volumes just because the art is so awesome. It is seriously very pretty art. So go check that one out. And this is the last little bit of my collection. So in front, we've got volumes 1 through 10 of Chainsaw Man. This is up to date. Volume 11 is the last volume, at least the first part, and that comes out, I think, next month. I am at volume 5, I believe, but Chainsaw Man is, it's good, but once volume 11 comes out, I'm going to read through all of it and then probably sell it just to save some room, because it's good, but it's not, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I'll read it, I'll finish it, but once I finish it, I'll probably sell it. or donate it. I don't know, just to get the room back. Once the second part comes out, maybe I'll read it digitally. But the next part is a series that I was very, very excited to have in my collection when I got it. That is volumes 1 through 5 of Black Torch. This is completed. This series got canceled, so that's why there's only 5 volumes, and the ending got a little pretty rushed. But I have yet to read this, but this is a series that I wanted to get when I started collecting, and just sort of circumstances for each volume sort of changed, and I never really picked it up. But I got them all in one lot for very, very good price, because Volume 2 is very expensive for those of you who are looking for Black Torch. Volume 2 is very expensive. But yeah, I got it for a really good price, all in one spot. So yeah, very excited to have this in the collection. Next to it, we've got Volume 1 of Burn the Witch. I don't know when the next volume of this is coming out, like, not even on any of the other sites. But, I mean, it was good. I like Tite Kubo's art. I do have more of his stuff coming. That'll be in the haul video. But, yeah, I like it. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know there's quite a few people who don't like it. I think it's fine. I like it. Next up, these Golden Beauties actually showed up today. These are volumes 1 through 7 of Aria the Masterpiece. This is from a limited print run that Right Stuff did with Tokyo Pop. I ordered these in September. They wouldn't even do the print run if they didn't get 900 volumes orders of each volume in. So I've got the whole set. These came today. This is volume 1. Very nice French fold in the cover. But yeah, that's volume 1. This showed up literally today, like a couple hours ago today. So yeah. And back behind those books, we've got some more stuff. We've got volumes 1 through 11 of Terraformers. There's 22 out. I thought this series was completed. Turns out it's just on hiatus. Been on hiatus for like 2.5 years. But it's really good. I read volume 1 recently, and it really intrigued me, so I'm going to continue reading. But yeah, Terraformers 1 through 11, and they're stacked like this again to save room, because this is a very long series. Next to it, we've got 2 ADV mangas. ADV is a company that has long since gone out of business. That's why I'm really glad to have these in the collection. We've got volumes 1 through 9 of Full Metal Panic, which is one of my favorite mecha anime. So I'm very glad to have these in the collection. Volume 9 was very hard to find at a non-extortionate price, or just to find in general. Volume 8, there's a couple on eBay for anyone who's looking for Volume 8 for a decent price. And then we've got 1 through 4 of Azumanga Daioh, which is by the same mangaka as Yotsuba. Very, very good series. I read this, and it's very good. I very, very much enjoyed it. And yeah, so that is the last little bit of manga in my collection. So that is everything for this week's video, guys. Hope you guys liked touring my collection. It has changed quite a bit. For anyone who follows me on Instagram, you'll know that my first post basically just took up the first shelf of my small shelf by my desk. That's all the manga I had when I started posting on Instagram, and it has grown quite a bit. I've got over 200 volumes now. Very, very thankful to have this collection. Very, very thankful to be part of this awesome manga community. Like, seriously, guys, pat yourselves on the back. You guys are all freaking awesome. So yeah, that is everything for this week's video, guys. Next week, it's going to be probably, not next week, but the next video will probably be the haul video, unless I throw something else in there and to surprise you guys. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.